Bit of a barnstorming week in the Championship as Preston North End come from 2 goals behind to win against Blackburn Rovers to go into the automatic promotion spots. Meanwhile, at the bottom, Middlesbrough are in the drop zone, and we've got the latest round of predictions, matchday number 15, coming at you, and they're live right here on the YouTube chat. That's right, folks, back once again with another prediction video. This time we're taking a look at matchday number 15 out in the Championship, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you bang up to date with all things Blackburn Rovers related, Championship related, world football related. Oh, here, another roof. Oh my word, what's going on here? I thought Halloween was over. Oh goodness, maybe a couple more days. Anyway, folks, let's get back into the thick of things. Maybe, just maybe, if I have maybe some of the antidote, things will actually get back to normal. Yes, as expected, folks. Now, before we get into the rest of the predictions and all that kind of good stuff, let's take a little look at some administration for you, folks. That's right, I have the Patreon channel, boys and girls. Welcome Liam Martin, welcome Charlie Anderson, welcome Chopsticks to the live bonanza. But yes, I do have the Patreon page. It is up there. Link to the to that bad boy in the description down below, and it's even behind me, folks. Now let's get going and jump in thick of things and take a little look at matchday number 15, boys and girls. But before that, of course, we're going to take a little look back at matchday number 14, and of course, here is the grading criteria I'm going to judge both you and I upon. If you get 0 to 3, you're in the red-faced gang. 4 to 6, you're in the straight-faced club, and then 7+, you're in the top bonanza. So let's get going. Obviously, there was one postponement last weekend, and that was Nottingham Forest up against Reading. Hello, Henry. Welcome, welcome. LG and Cal. Yes, the internet is working at long last. It's been frustrating couple of days. So Sheffield Wednesday took care of business. Well, took care of business. They drew 0-0 against Leeds United in the game on Friday. Or was it the early kickoff, should I say. 2-1 final score for me. Got that one wrong. Birmingham against Luton. It was a 2-1 final score on that one. Got that one close to the money. 2-0 for me. Huddersfield got back to winning ways, 2-1 win over Barnsley, so that's up and moving in the right direction. Actually went with a 3-1 win on that one. Hull City put 2 past Derby and 3 points for them. Got that one bang on the nose, boys and girls, bang on the flipping nose. Middlesbrough could only master a 0-0 draw, but it's not good enough. They go into the drop zone. I actually predicted a 1-0 win on this one. So not too bad. Millwall took care of business against Stoke. Obviously, Gary Rowett in charge of Millwall, getting one over his old side. Stoke, that's pretty... must be a bit of a pleasing result, that one. 1-1 for me on this bad boy. So what else we got? Nottingham Forest Reading was postponed. I actually went with a 3-0 win, but that doesn't count. I am shining. Thank you, thank you. I need 75 odds, please, even in a different country. Kelvin, we'll talk later. Preston North End, well, this was the game. This was if you were neutral, this game would have been tip-top for you. For me, it was hideous. Absolutely hideous. 2-0 up Rovers to lose 3-2. Collapse. I actually did predict Preston to win this one 3-1, but I was hoping for a Rovers win. I was hoping my reverse psychology would get the better of us. So that was wrong. West Brom could only manage a 2-2 draw on this bad boy. I actually went with a 2-0 win for West Brom on this one. Swansea 1-0 up against Cardiff in the all-Welsh affair in the English Championship. 2-2 for me. Bristol City 2, Wigan 2, 3-0 for me. That was a good result for Wigan away from home. And last night, Monday Night Football, 3-1 win for Brentford over QPR in the London Derby. Actually went with a 2-2 on this one. Got the right amount of goals, but ultimately wrong. So these are my grading criteria. So I got 4 out of, what is it? 12, 11 if you take away one. It's not brilliant, but it's in the straight face gang. So what about you guys? What did you guys get in the old predictions last time out? There's a few predictions coming at me. So Elliot FIFA Gaming, it's both him and his dad here. So we'll do him the youngster first, and then we'll take a look at his old man's later on. So the youngster did shit. Brenda Show also did pretty shitty. Kelshi Shambangu was in the straight face gang with me. We are QPR also did pretty shit. As for the old man, Elliot Gaming's pops, he did pretty good. So listen to your pops. Respect your elders. Okay, did not do okay. He did absolutely terrible as well. Theo Cobb also in the red face gang. James Styles in the straight face club as well. Moving forward, Blumbo Tough, not too shabby. He has an edit there. He does have an edit. Victor Fisher, we'll get to you in a minute. Adi Opetra, straight face gang. Victor Fisher, straight face gang. And Russell Foss, straight face gang. Well done. Welcome, Michael Jackson. Welcome to the show. So that is your predictions. Again, if you are here in the live show, get your predictions in the chat, but also stick them in the comment section down below so you can feature next time around. So this is what the current state of flux, I believe, in the Championship at the moment. This is what the table does look like. And as you can see, Preston North End are top. Or not top, they're second. They'll go, if the season was to end today, they'll be going up. Alex, Neil. So that's a little bit of a caveat. Charlie Anderson, if you didn't make it, maybe... Because if people do theirs weirdly, like separate, it makes it so much hard work for me to cluster them together. So make sure they get them in a block, because otherwise, if someone else puts their comment in between your multiples, then it does make it a little bit difficult. Hello, Zero Central. Anyway, so get this to the table. So Alex Neil is the manager of Preston. He was offered the job to manage West Bromwich Albion. Look at that. Both of the two teams he was linked with, obviously he stayed at Preston, but they're doing bits. Leeds are in third, Swansea fourth, Rovers opponents this weekend, Sheffield Wednesday are in fifth, Bristol City are in sixth. If the season was to end today, Middlesbrough, Stoke and Barnsley would go down. What are the odds on that bad boy if that was to happen? Well, craziness. So let's take a look at the fixtures for this weekend. Make sure I'm right. Yes, it is. So kicking it all off on Friday, it'll be the Battle of the Bees. It'll be Bristol City going to Barnsley, Oakwell, where Barnsley were pretty decent last season. Obviously, out in League One, it's a different kettle of fish these days. The recent record between these two sides is 6 competitions, 0 wins for Barnsley, 2 wins for Bristol City, 4 draws along the way. That's in all venues and all grounds. Let me just make sure I can see your chit-chat comments. So the last 6, though, over at Oakwell, between these two sides, 2 wins for the hosts, 1 win for Bristol City, and 3 draws along the way. That win for Bristol City was back in 2011. It was a 2-1 final score. The bookmakers on this bad boy going 15-8 for Barnsley, 11-8 the away team, 5-2 to draw. Yes, get your predictions in nice and early. That's what I like to see. Liam Martin and Charlie Anderson in there nice and early. Quick look at the form, or the current state of flux in the table. So Barnsley are actually second worst team in the Championship at the moment. The worst team at the moment in the past 6 games is the mighty blue and white. So yeah, Barnsley's form not great. They've not won a game in 6. Meanwhile, their opposition, Bristol City, looking good at the moment. 12th in the form table, just the one defeat out of 6. And Bristol City, with that win, could go top of the pops, boys and girls. What do you guys got for me in the comments section? Well, Liam Martin's gone with a 2-0 win for Bristol City. Charlie Anson's gone with Bristol City as well. Zero Central with a 1-1 draw on this one. For me, I'm actually going to go with a 2-1 win for Bristol City. Chopsticks has gone 3-1 as well to join in the gang with the Bristol City boys into Saturday's matches. And we're going to kick it off at the DWS, the early kickoff. It's Wigan Athletic up against Swansea City now. Wigan come into this match. Where are they? They are on 18th spot, just below Rovers on goal difference. That is not what we want to see. Their form is not too shabby as well coming into this. Wigan winning 2 at the past 5 up against the Swansea side, who have a ropey ground at the moment. 2 wins at the past 5 as well. So similar form books coming into this. The last 6 games between the two sides in all venues and all grounds, 3 wins for Swansea, 3 draws, 0 wins for Wigan. However, the last 5 games over at the DW, 2 wins for Wigan, 2 wins for Swansea, and 1 draw. You got to go all the way back to 2010 though for Wigan's last victory over Swansea on their own turf. The bookmakers odds on this one will give it to you 90-10 for Wigan, 6-4. The away win 23-10. The draw. Wigan, if they were to win, they could go up as high as 14th. Win for Swansea, they could go top of the table. What you guys got for me, folks? Chopsticks has gone with a 2-1 win for Swansea. Hello, Kelvin Franco. We'll talk later. Charlie Anson with a 2-0 win for Wigan. Liam Martin with a 2-0 win for Swansea. And Zero Central with a 3-0 win for Swansea City. For me, I'm actually going to go with Wigan. Despite that, I don't really like the Wigan, but I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt at the DW. I think they'll take the edge off of this one. So there we go, folks. The game of the weekend is at Ewood Park. I've just recorded the Rovers Sheffield Wednesday match preview video for this one, and I say 2 games left to save our manager's job. They need to get results, preferably 6 points. I'll take 4 points, but realistically, we need 6 points out of the next 2 games. Up against Sheffield Wednesday, who are 5th in the table, just the 1 defeat out of the past 6. Rovers come into this 17th in the table, 0 wins at the past 6, and like I said, bottom of the form table. Sheffield Wednesday, on the flip side, they are 5th in the form table as well. The past 4 games, they've not lost as well. Coming into this, though, the form book of the last 6 games in all competitions, all grounds, doesn't look pretty reading for Rovers. Sheffield Wednesday have won 4 of them. Rovers have won 1, and there's been 1 draw along the way. However, when you do look at it at just Ewood Park, 2 wins for the hosts, 2 wins for Sheffield Wednesday, and 2 draws along the way. The bookmakers odds on this bad boy, 7-5 for Rovers at home, 2-1 for Sheffield Wednesday. So we are slight favourites by the bookies. 23-10 is the odds for a draw. A win for Rovers could go as high as 14th. A win for Sheffield Wednesday could mathematically go top of the table. What you guys got for me in the chat? Liam Martin with a 2-1 win for Rovers. Charlie Anson's going with Sheffield Wednesday. How dare you? Neil Holroyd's going with a 3-1 win for Wednesday. How dare you as well? Zero Central with a 1-0 win for Rovers. Chopsticks is going with a repeat of last season's result. 4-2 win for Rovers. I'll take it, Chopsticks. I'll take it to the bank. For me, last week I did predict a defeat for Rovers. This time, I'm going bold, I'm going brave. We're going to nick it 3-2. Sam Gallagher did score last time out. He may have scored 2 goals. The dubious goal panel's going to try and take that one away from him. But he's up and running now. I think he's going to have his confidence pumping up and he's going to get himself a couple of goals against Sheffield Wednesday. Moving forward, Brentford up against Huddersfield Town. Now, the last 6 games between these two sides and all competitions and all change. What are you doing, Liam Martin? Just because I just gave a whole plea and everything. Oh dear, that's a balmy one. Anyway, the last 6 games between these two sides, at all venues and all grounds, 3 wins for Brentford, 3 wins for Huddersfield. So it's pretty even Stevens. However, the last 6 over at Brentford have been 3 wins, 3 defeats as well. In fact, the last time that these two sides did play, when Brentford were at home, was a 1-0 win for Huddersfield. The bookmakers' odds on this one, obviously Huddersfield are on the up. 15-8 on for Brentford, 11-2 for Huddersfield, 16-5 the draw. Huddersfield coming to in 20th at the table, unbeaten in 6. Yeah, that's some crazy numbers there. Brentford coming to this 12th at the table, 3 wins on the spin as well. So 2 teams very, very much similar sort of surge up the table. In fact, Huddersfield are 2nd in the form book. Brentford are 1st in the form book as well. So it's the top 2 in-form sides the last 6 games. What you guys got for me in the chat? We have Charlie Anson with a 4-2 win for Brentford. Liam Martin with a 2-0 win for Brentford. Zero Central with a 2-1 win for Huddersfield. Chopsticks with a 3-0 win for Brentford as well. For me, I'm actually going to side with, do I got any lastminute.coms? I'm actually going with Brentford on this one. 2-0 win to snatch it. And that could push them into playoff talk. Top 5 or 6 spots. A win for Huddersfield, though, could see them rise up to 17th above Rovers in the table. Moving forward, we do have Cardiff up against Birmingham City. Now, the last 6 games between these two sides have been 3 draws, 1 win for Cardiff, 2 wins for Birmingham along the way. This time, the last time that these two sides did duke it out was a 3-2 win over in Wales. On the score sheet that day, Mendes Lang, Craig Bryson and Callum Peterson, Craig Gardner and Maxim Colin score sheets for Birmingham. Now, the last 6 over in Wales, been 4 victories for the Cardiff and 2 draws along the way. So pretty much very dominant at home between these two sides. Cardiff in the form book, they currently sit 19th in the table, just 1 win out of the past 6. Birmingham on the flip side, 11th in the table, winning 3 out of the past 4. And they also sit 11th in the table compared to Cardiff's 14th in the table on this one. What you guys got for me in the prediction showdown there? Chopsticks is going, nope. Charlie Anson with a 4-0 win for Cardiff. Chopsticks is going with a 0-0 draw. Zero Central with a 1-1 draw as well. Siding with, it's very, very tight to call, but Charlie Anderson's gone big on this bad boy. For me, what am I going to go with? I'll tell you just a second. I'll give you the odds before we plough into it. Cardiff evens. The bookmakers go 3-1 for Birmingham, 23-10 the draw. I'm actually going to go with a squeaky 1-0 win for Cardiff. Liam Martin with a 2-1 win for Cardiff as well. Moving forward onto Fulham up against Hull City. These two sides duking out a fair few times over the last 5 or 6 years. Going back to 2014, 2 wins for Fulham, 2 wins for Hull, 2 draws along the way. Now, the last 6 games over at Craven Cottage. Oh, it's thinking about it. Maybe we won't know. I'll give you the bookmakers' odds instead. The bookmakers' odds 6-10 on for Fulham, 9-2 the away win, and 16-5 the draw. Are you guys still with me? Yes, you're still with me. Oh, well, I've jumped the gun. I'm talking Derby. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. My bad. Derby against Middlesbrough. I just didn't see it. Derby against Middlesbrough. The last 6 games, 2 wins for Borough, 1 win for Derby, 3 draws along the way. It's been back-to-back draws since last season. In fact, the last time there was a result going either way was back in 2018 when Derby were at home. They lost to Middlesbrough 2-1 on the day. Besic and Britta Sombalonga on the score sheet. David Nugent on the flip side. The bookmakers' odds on this one, 23-20 it is Derby, 5-2 Middlesbrough, 23-10 the draw. Middlesbrough coming to this 22nd in the table in the relegation zone. Derby on the flip side, not doing too much better. They're in 16th spot at the moment. They're with 18 points on the board. A win for them could see them jump to 12th. What you guys got in the chat? Well, we have a couple predictions. We are doing Derby Middlesbrough. I know I threw you off. 1-0 win for Borough. That's Charlie Anson. 4-0 win Derby against for Chopsticks, and Liam Martin with a 2-1 win for Derby on this one as well. I do apologise. I rambled on a little bit. 3-1 for me for Derby to snatch it, and again could push themselves into the top half of the table. Liam Martin, yep, got you covered. So now it is Fulham up against Hull City. I did talk about it already. 3 wins out of the past 6 for Fulham, 2 for Hull, 1 draw along the way. And that is at Craven Cottage. You've got to go back to 2016 in the Carabao Cup when Hull last picked up a victory at Craven Cottage. Abel Hernandez from the penalty spot. The form book suggests a victory for Fulham. They are the 3rd best team in the division as it stands. Hull, though, are in 7th in the form table. But that's just form book, as in position in the table. Hull coming to 13th, Fulham are 7th at the moment. The bookmakers' odds on this bad boy goes with 6-10 on for Fulham's 9-2, the away win for Hull, 16-5, the draw on that little sucker. For me, whoa, my mouse is all over the place. I'm going with a 2-0 win. What are you guys going with the chat? Chopsticks is going with a 2-1 win for Fulham. Charlie Anson with a 3-1 win for Fulham. And Liam Martin with a 2-0 win for the Cottagers. That's right. And that win, if that was to come true, would push Fulham into 2nd spot at the very best. They cannot go top. They are just 1 shy. One team that could go top would be Leeds United. They are taking on QPR, who hit a bit of a rough patch the past couple of games. They lost last time out against Brentford. That was yesterday. Prior to that, they drew as well. Obviously, they beat Rovers not too long ago. We're not talking about Burnley. That's a completely different league, Kevin Franco. So let's take a look at the odds on this one. Leeds up against QPR. The bookmakers 2-1 on for Leeds, 6-1 for QPR, 16-5 the draw on this one. The last 6 games between these two teams at all venues and all grounds. 2 wins for QPR, 3 wins for Leeds, and 1 draw along the way. In fact, the last 6 games over at Ellen Road, 3 victories for Leeds, 2 draws, and 1 victory for QPR. That was back in 2013. It was a 1-0 win. Clint Hill with the goal. The form book suggests QPR on a bit of a wind down here, actually. The past 6 lists, they sit in 18th in the table at the moment. Leeds, on the flip side, not doing too better. They are 14th in the table at the moment. Like I said, just the 2 wins out of the past 5 games for Leeds. Same can be said for QPR. What you guys got for me in the chat? Charlie Anson with a 2-0 win for Leeds. Liam Martin with a 3-1 win. Hello, Promise Fabian. Welcome. Chopstick has gone with a 2-1 win for Leeds as well. I'm actually going to go with a 3-1 win for Leeds, just like Liam Martin. He's looked at my notes, and he's going to go with that one as well. Moving on, we have a Luton Town up against Nottingham Forest. Obviously, Nottingham Forest played a game less than everybody else, so this is a chance for them to get back into the playoff talk once again. Up against the Luton side, who come into this 19th in the table. Their form is not the greatest, just the 1 win out of the past 5, and that 1 win was against Blackburn Rovers. The last few games between these two sides go back to 2007. It's been a while. The last time that these two sides did duke it out was a 1-0 win for Forest. In fact, the last 2 times that they played over at Kenilworth Road have been victories for Luton on this one. The bookmakers, they are siding with 8-5 for Luton, 13-8 for Forest. Very fine margins, 5-2. The draw on this one. A win for Forest could see them, like I said, jump up to possibly 2nd with goal difference. A win for Luton could see them rise to 17th in the table, again above Rovers on this one. The form book shows Luton sitting in 16th spot. Forest are 6th, but they have got back-to-back defeats next to their name. In fact, they've only won 1 at the past 4 games, so it's not great for Forest at the moment, but they are sitting in a good spot on the table. What we guys got in the chat? Charlie Anderson's gone with a postponed. Liam Martin with a 2-0 win for Forest. Charlie Anderson has retracted and gone with a 2-1 win for Forest. Promise Fabian with a 2-1 win for Fulham. That's a different one. Chopsticks has gone with a 3-1 win for Nottingham. Promise Fabian's playing catch up with a 2-2 draw for Leeds in that last one. For me, I'm actually going to go with a 1-1 draw. I cannot separate the two sides. I'll give Luton a bit of benefit of the doubt. And we'll see how it goes. Next up, 2 teams that have tried to turn a corner of late. Millwall sit 15th in the table, just the 1 defeat out of the past 6. Reading at the moment 21st in the table, unbeaten in 2 under their new managers. Both of these two have new management. Coming into this though, the past 6 games in all venues and all grounds, 2 victories for Reading, 3 victories for Millwall, 1 draw along the way. The last 6 at the Matchday have gone 3 for the hosts, 1 for Millwall, and 2 draws along the way. The last time that Millwall won was back in 2018. It was a 2-0 win. At the Majeski, Bakuna with a big fat OG and Lee Gregory, who's now on the books at Stoke, got this bad boy. Now, the bookmakers' odds on this one, this is the late... Is it the late kickoff? No, it's the normal kickoff. Bookmakers' odds on this bad boy, 23-20 for Reading, 5-2 for Millwall, 23-10 the draw. A win for Millwall could see them go into crazy land, 12th spot on the table. A win for Reading could see them go as high as 17th, depending on goal swing. The form book coming into this, though, Millwall sit 10th, Reading sit 21st, despite going 2 games without a loss. So yeah, Millwall look good under Rowett. I think they'll do okay. Reading, I'm not too sure yet. Not too sure. I don't think Bowen was the ideal appointment. What you guys got in the chat? Liam Martin with a 2-0 win for Millwall. Charlie Anson with a 2-0 win for Millwall as well. Chopsticks has gone with a 2-1 win for Millwall. I'm going with a 2-1 win for Millwall. Who's looking at my notes here, man? Who's looking at my notes? So yeah, another result for Millwall. That could shoot them up to 21 points, 12th in the table. Into Sunday's games, it's Charlton against Preston. Charlton coming to this 9th in the table, doing absolute bits. However, just 1 win out of the past 5. Preston, like I said, sits 2nd in the table. 1 defeat out of the past 6, but just the 1 win out of the past 3. Preston do come into this form book wise. Not the greatest. They're in 9th spot in the table. However, Charlton, a little bit worse off, 13th in the form book. Like I said, the recent 6 games between these two sides have been 1 win for Charlton, 3 wins for Preston, 2 draws along the way. That's in all competitions and all venues. However, the last 5 games over at the Valley, it's 1 win for Charlton, 3 wins for North End, and 1 draw along the way. The last time that Charlton did win against Preston was back in 2011 on their own turf. It was a 5-2 demolition back in League One. Johnny Jackson, Michael Morrison, Bradley Wright, Phillips, and Danny Hollins on the score sheet for Charlton. Craig Morgan and Kemar Daly on the score sheet for Preston. If you're old enough to remember that bad boy, you're surprising me. A couple of predictions in the house. Liam with a 2-1 win for Charlton. Chopsticks has gone with a 2-1 win for Preston. And Charlie Anderson's gone with a 1-0 win for those knobbers. The bookmakers' odds, I'll give you that while we're here, is 2-1 for Charlton, 23-10 the draw, 7-5 for Preston on this one. I'm actually going to go with a 2-2 draw. I can't separate the two sides. I think Preston at home would have walked it. Charlton will at least grind out a result on this one. And we are up to the last one here. Is Stoke City up against West Bromwich Albion out in the Championship. Now West Brom come into this top of the table. Win for them, guess what? They'll stay top of the table. Stoke, they're on the flip side, they're 23rd in the table. A win for them, they will not get out of the drop zone, but they'll get a little bit closer and make that drop zone more and more scary for the likes of me, because that put them on within touching distance of Rovers. The recent record between these two sides, going back just a few years, 2016 even, 1 win for Stoke, 3 wins for West Brom, 2 draws along the way. This result last season was a 1-0 win for West Brom at the 365. Dwight Gale was the scorer. However, the last 6, though, at the Bet 365 or Stoke's home venue was 2 wins for Stoke, 2 wins for West Brom, 2 draws along the way. So it's not been that long ago since Stoke did beat West Brom on their own turf in the Premier League, 3-1. 2017 with Joe Allen, Chupomoting Moteng and Sobri on the score sheet. Salman Rondon for West Bromwich Albion. Did I give you the bookies? I don't think I did. Bookies odds on this one. This is a Monday night game. 2-1 for Stoke, 11-8 for West Brom, 12-5 to draw. The form book heading into this, Stoke are on the rise. They're still not doing great. 20th in the form table. 2 wins at the past 4 games. West Brom, though, 4th in the form book. Back-to-back draws for them. Maybe hit a bit of a blip. We'll have to wait and see. Just the 1 defeat for them so far this season. What you guys got for me in the chat? Liam Hart with a 3-0 win for West Brom. Charlie Anson with a 5-1 win for West Brom. Chopsticks with a 4-2 win for West Brom. Zero Central, 2-0 win for West Brom. I think I'm going against the grain here. This is where we could both separate our predictions. I'm actually going with a 2-1 win for the Stokies. Yeah, I'm actually just going to... It's a complete shot in the dark. I think Stoke at home... on a Monday night, Sky cameras and all that kind of jazz, or the TV cameras, or whoever's covering this game, and they will pick up the big fat W. Yeah, so that, my friends, is pretty much all that I've got for you prediction-wise. Let me just rejigger-rooney my screens while I give you a bit of a rundown here. If you have any football questions, now's the time to fire them at me. I'm going to give you a quick clear up. Let's just say, though, between you and I, that these predictions were to come true. This is what the table would look like at the end of match day number 15. Leeds will top the pops. West Brom will be second. Bristol, Preston, Fulham, and Swansea will occupy the playoffs. Down the bottom will be Barnsley, Stoke, and Middlesbrough going down. Rovers will be in 17th spot, despite a victory against Sheffield Wednesday. Just to let you know that I will be back tomorrow. That is Wednesday. Internet permitting, it still looks strong enough at the moment. Just a couple of frames dropped this live stream. It's not perfect, but I'll be back for Premier League show. Will be tomorrow, and then Thursday we'll have the Champions League, and then Saturday we'll have the live watch along for Blackburn Rovers up against Swan. I'm all over the place. Or up against Sheffield Wednesday. That's on Twitch. If you want to check that sucker out, head over to the old description down below. There is a link to my Twitch. Go over there. I'll be there Saturday. I will make sure of it. I'll have a backup plan if case this internet is shitty. Will Barnsley go down? Yes, I think they will go down. I think it's nigh on impossible for them to go down. I think they're assured of going down. The other two spots right now are up for grabs. I think Reading would go down. I think they're probably my second favourites at the moment. And then you know what? It's still wide open. I'm going to maybe do an updated prediction video come December, January, something like that, and I'll do my long-term outlook as to who I think will go down. But that, my friends, will be it. Be sure to get your comments in and predictions down below for matchday number 15. Get them in a nice, good block, Charlie Anderson. Nice, good block. Like, don't separate them, because if they do, then it becomes hard for me to edit, because I can't crop out just one. That takes me so much time. It takes me a long time to get all these bits and pieces together. So one big block, maybe write it in Word and then copy paste it over, and then it'll be in there, and then I can do it. Also, another quick way, if you want to do your predictions in the comments section, in the description, there is the fixture list. I paste them in there every week. Just copy that over, paste it in there, and put your scores in. Millwall survive? Yes, they will. Will Reading survive? I don't know. The jury's out. The jury's out. That, my friends, is pretty much it. I'm going to bounce out of here. Hopefully, I'll see you all tomorrow. Wednesday's Premier League show, the redo, because yesterday's internet fiasco, and then I'll be back again on Thursday. So 3 live streams in a row. Crazy. Until I see you again, smash the thumbs up. Let's get this video up to 50 likes. Smash it up there, and I'll see you all very, very soon. Make sure you smash and subscribe if you do.